So we had a massive bombshell in crypto news drop today. This is pretty crazy. The actual first news came out, I believe, on November 19th, but it resurfaced here today. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about it in this video. It has to do with one of the biggest companies by market cap in the entire world. Yes, one of those companies that's even bigger still than Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin has wiped out the likes of Tesla, Facebook, Saudi Aramco, and even the precious metal silver. There are still some companies out there that are larger by market cap than Bitcoin. But what are they going to do when push comes to shove? Do they have a Bitcoin plan? Do they have a Bitcoin strategy? Do they have something similar to what Michael Saylor has at MicroStrategy? Because when we break down the numbers, which we're going to do here in a little bit in this video, it's hard pressed for me to say that these companies that are still above Bitcoin shouldn't have a Bitcoin plan. Michael Saylor, who has watched his stock outperform the likes of all of the top guns this year, he has a Bitcoin strategy. It works. It's essentially a legal loophole that he's cracked the code on. Will other companies follow suit? Well, Michael Saylor is set to present to the Microsoft board his Bitcoin strategy and about buying Bitcoin for its treasury. Check this out, guys. This is resurfacing here today. Just in, Michael Saylor to present to the Microsoft board next month at some point in December about buying Bitcoin for its treasury. Now, what could this mean for crypto? Obviously, it's bullish. Before we get into Michael Saylor, his strategy a little bit, and how this could play out with some other companies, let me just show you this list real quick. These are the biggest market caps in the world. You've got gold up top. You've got new kid on the block, NVIDIA, which has overtaken Apple and Microsoft as the largest company by market cap. You've got Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. Look where Bitcoin is situated, though, by market cap. They recently just passed Saudi Aramco and silver. Earlier this year, they passed up Meta, Facebook, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, all trillion-dollar companies. Trillion-dollar market caps. Now, when we look at this a little closer, we can see here that Google and Amazon are very close to being taken over by Bitcoin. Microsoft's got a little bit more of a cushion. Okay. So it would make sense to me that some of these players up here, Apple, Microsoft, they see what's happening, right? They see what's happening. And I look at Apple as a company that sits on a ton of cash. Why they haven't deployed a Bitcoin strategy still baffles me. But Michael Saylor is set to meet with Microsoft about maybe devising a potential plan to have Bitcoin in its treasury. Now, check out this tweet. Shout out to Mason Ford for this. MicroStrategy, which like Microsoft is a technology company, but unlike Microsoft, holds Bitcoin on its balance sheet, has had its stock outperform Microsoft stock this year by 313 freaking %, despite doing only a fraction of the business that Microsoft has. And they're not alone. The institutional and corporate adoption of Bitcoin is becoming a more commonplace. Microsoft's second largest shareholder, BlackRock, offers its clients, obviously, a Bitcoin ETF. And this whole blurb here, about the Bitcoin diversification assessment. That third paragraph, the average inflation rate in the United States over the last 4 years, according to the CPI, which you can argue if that's accurate or not, is 5%. But let's take that, peaking at 9% back in June 2022. But in reality, the true inflation rate is, as we all know, much higher than that, with some studies estimating it nearly double what the CPI reads at times. So corporations' assets have needed to appreciate at those rates over the last four years just to break even. But if you have Bitcoin on your balance sheet, look what Bitcoin's done the last 4 years. Look what El Salvador has done since its adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender, and since they started buying. They have been able to curb inflation unlike any of their other competitors out there that have similar GDP. So it only makes sense to me that these companies that still hold a higher market cap than Bitcoin will eventually diversify into Bitcoin. And even these ones that have already gotten passed up, like Walmart, Eli Lilly, JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard, etc. Here's Ethereum, by the way. It is in the top 30. Ethereum is bigger than Netflix, Johnson & Johnson, Bank of America. But to me, it's only a matter of time until these big technology companies understand what the biggest technology is. And it's coming. It's on your heels right now. It's called BTC. Let me know what you guys think about this down below. Here's to hoping that meeting goes well with Michael Saylor and those folks over at Microsoft. And here's to hoping word travels to Apple and Amazon and Google and NVIDIA, because this would absolutely send Bitcoin higher and it would create a supply and demand shock unlike anything we've ever seen. Period. This is how I know that we're still early to crypto. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, before we get up on out of here, I do have a trading indicator. If you guys are trading in the trenches during this bull run, I've got a trading indicator. It's my company. It's the best trading indicator at the cheapest price. There's a link down below for 21% off. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I walk you through how to use it. You could start trading like a pro today using XT Algo. Links down below. Appreciate that. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.